Hello everyone, this is me Tanjil Wazed of class 10B from St. Francis de Sales School, and here I'm going to give a political science presentation on the topic the Indian National Congress or the INC. So today I'm going to give a quick introduction about the INC or the Indian National Congress. Then we'll have a look on the history of the INC, which will include the pre-independence period, the post-independence dominance of the Nehru clan, that means how was the INC during the Nehru period. Then we will find the party since 1991, how was the Congress party after 1991, and finally we will have a look on the aims and objectives of the Congress party. So let's begin. 28 December 1885, the Indian National Congress was born today. From its foundation by 72 individuals with the active support from A.O. Hume, a retired British officer, the Indian National Congress was one of the most prominent and the largest organization in our whole country, and it played a great role. So now let us see the history of the Indian National Congress in the pre-independence period, that means before the independence period. The Congress was founded by India and British members of the Theosophical Society movement, most notably A.O. Hume or Alan Octavian Hume. Umesh Chandra Banerjee was the first president of the INC. At the time of the Quit India movement, the Congress was undoubtedly the strongest revolutionary group in India, but the Congress disassociated itself from the Quit India movement within a few days. The Indian National Congress or the INC could not claim to be the sole representative of the Indian people, as other parties were there, as well as notably like the Hindu Mahasabha, Azad Hind Sarkar and Forward Bloc. So here we have two pictures of A.O. Hume and Umesh Chandra Banerjee. On the left side we have A.O. Hume or Alan Octavian Hume, and on the right side we have the first president of Congress, that is Umesh Chandra Banerjee. Now let us see how was the Congress party post-independence. That means after independence, how was the Congress party? The party remained in power for 30 continuous years between independence in 1947, but its first taste of electoral defeat at the national level was in 1977. It got defeated. Following the assassination of Indira Gandhi in 1984, the Indian National Congress party leaders nominated Rajiv Gandhi to be the next Prime Minister. He took office by storm, winning major election victory and leading the Congress party by winning 411 seats out of 542 in the Indian Parliament. That's a huge victory. He helped improve the economic, foreign and security policies of the country during his tenure. Afterwards, former treasurer Sitaram Kesari took over the reins of the party and oversaw the Congress support to the United Front governments that ran from 1996 to 1998. During his tenure, several key leaders broke away from the party and serious infighting broke out among those left. In 1998, Sonia Gandhi finally accepted the post of Congress president in a move that may have saved the party from extinction. Luckily, it got saved. Now let us see how was the party since 1991. In contrast to the party's historical socialist policies, P.V. Rao or P.V. Narasimha Rao embraced economic liberalization. By 1996, the party's image was suffering from various reports of corruption, and in elections that year, the Congress party was reduced to 140 seats, which was its lowest number in the Lok Sabha to that point, and it became the parliament's second largest party. Narasimha Rao subsequently resigned as Prime Minister. He was succeeded as a president by Sitaram Kesari, who was the party's first non-Brahman leader. The United Front or the UF government, which was a coalition of 13 parties, came to power in 1996 as a minority government with the support of the Congress party. However, as the largest single party in opposition in parliament after the BJP or the Bharatiya Janata Party, the Congress party was vital in making both making and defeating the UF or the United Front government. In November 1997, the Congress party withdrew its support from the UF, prompting elections in February 1998. To boost its popularity among the masses and improve the party's performance in the forthcoming elections, the Congress party leaders urged Sonia Gandhi, who was an Italian-born widow of Rajiv Gandhi, to assume the leadership of the party. After the 1998 elections, Kesari resigned as a party president and Sonia Gandhi assumed the leadership of the party. National parliamentary elections were again held in 1999 when one of the BJP major allies, the All India Dravidian Progressive Federation or the AIADMK party, withdrew its support. Despite all this aggressive campaigning by its leaders, the Congress party suffered a worse electoral process than it had in 1996 and 1998, winning only 114 seats, a huge loss for them. However, nevertheless, in 2004 national elections, the party scored a surprising victory and returned to power again. Finally, in May 2004, Manmohan Singh, a former finance minister, became the country's first Sikh prime minister. The party again surprised the pundits in 2009 parliamentary elections by increasing its number of seats in the Lok Sabha from 153 to 206, which was its best showing result since 1991. It was a great victory for Congress. However, by the 2014 Lok Sabha polling, however, the party had lost much of its popular support. The party fielded Sonia's son Rahul Gandhi to be its candidate for Prime Minister. But the BJP and its leading candidate Narendra Modi successfully won over the electorate. The results of the elections announced in mid-May were an overwhelming electoral victory for the BJP, while the Congress party suffered a stunning loss, securing only 44 seats in the chamber. It was the party's worst ever performance in a national election. They badly got defeated, so badly. Now let us see the formation of the Indian National Congress, its aims and objectives. What are the main aims and objectives of the INC? So first, nation building. The first and foremost major objectives of the INC or the Indian National Congress was to promote the nation building process in India. It was to create a national identity of being an Indian among the people and to promote national unity. This was important because colonial administrators did not consider India as a nation but just a geographical expression. Second, to provide for all India political platform. It was to allow political workers from all over the country to educate and mobilize masses under a common all India political organization. Third, to promote political consciousness and political awakening among the educated citizens and then to all the sections of the society. Fourth, to create a common pan-India political leadership or the headquarters of the movement. And lastly, fifth, to promote political liberal democracy and democratic culture in the society. The working structure of Congress sessions was democratic through debates, discussions, and voting. So this was all about my presentation. Hope you all enjoyed it. Thank you.